NASA's rover has just found the strongest hints yet that life may have once thrived on Mars. Strange spotted rocks, rare minerals, and whispers of ancient microbes. Could this be the moment we finally answer the question, are we alone? Billions of years ago, Mars was not the cold, lifeless desert we see today. It was a world of water, with vast rivers carving valleys, lakes shimmering in giant craters, and perhaps even oceans glistening under a thicker atmosphere. And into that ancient mystery NASA sent its Perseverance rover in 2021. Landing in Jezero Crater. A place chosen because it once held a giant lake and river delta, the very type of landscape that, on Earth, is a cradle for life. The mission was simple in its words but monumental in its meaning. Search for the signs of life that might have flourished when Mars was young. For years, Perseverance drilled, drove, and scanned. And in 2025 the rover rolled into Neretva Vallis, a dry river valley that once fed into Jezero, and came across a peculiar outcrop known as Cheyava Falls, where it drilled a sample called Sapphire Canyon. At first glance the rock looked ordinary, a pale mudstone, spotted with darker patches. But inside, instruments found something extraordinary, traces of organic carbon and rare minerals such as vivianite and greigite. Compounds that on Earth often form in watery environments that nurture microbial activity. To scientists this was like hearing a faint whisper across the void of time. Because while geology alone can mimic life's chemistry, the combination of organic material and these specific minerals is strikingly similar to what microbes leave behind on our own planet. The leopard spots in the rock could be the ghostly remains of colonies that thrived billions of years ago, or they could simply be the product of ancient chemistry frozen into stone. For now no one can say with certainty. That uncertainty is the essence of science. Bold clues tempered by careful caution, each new find adding to a growing puzzle. And Perseverance's clues are not alone. Curiosity rover, exploring Gale Crater, has discovered branching, coral-like structures etched into ancient rocks. Not coral, but patterns shaped by mineral-rich waters and erosion. Echoing the story of a planet that once flowed with life-giving liquid. More recently, Perseverance even captured the first aurora on Mars visible to the naked eye, glowing across thin skies after a solar storm. A reminder that this supposedly dead planet still dances with energy. Piece by piece, Mars is revealing itself as a world that may once have been alive, even if today it is silent. But to know for sure, we need more than rover instruments. We need the samples themselves, the tiny tubes of Martian soil and rock that Perseverance is carefully storing for the future, waiting for a mission that could bring them back to Earth. That mission, the Mars sample return, faces delays, budget cuts, and daunting engineering challenges, now pushed into the 2040s. But if it succeeds, scientists will hold in their hands the best chance humanity has ever had to answer the question that has haunted us for centuries. Are we alone? Imagine it. A laboratory on Earth opening a vial of Martian rock, scanning it under microscopes, and perhaps, just perhaps, finding the undeniable fingerprints of ancient life. 4 billion years ago, life found a foothold on Earth. Could it have sparked on Mars as well? In river valleys and crater lakes that have long since dried away? If the answer is yes, then life is not a miracle confined to a single world, but a common story that plays out across the cosmos. If the answer is no, then Mars becomes a cautionary tale. A reminder of how fragile habitability can be, how easily a living world can become barren. Either way, the stakes are profound, and the rocks of Jezero Crater may already hold the truth. So we wait, with rovers that keep searching, with missions that keep planning, and with a sky that still pulls at our imagination. Because one day, perhaps decades from now, when those samples return, humanity may finally know whether life has touched, not just Earth, but Mars. And when that day comes, our species will never look at the night sky the same way again.